May the 4th be with you from Rothwell Park. Thursday night football with a bit of a change up here. First time under the lights at Rothwell Park. And it's the Briars taking on Hawkesbury Valley. Of course, if you joined us in round one, you would know, of course, unfortunately, that injury to the Hawkesbury Valley player ended this game at 25 minutes only. We wish him all the best. I saw him a few weeks ago at Linfield. He's still hanging out with the club. I had a chat to the Valley committee guys there. They're looking after him. Great to hear. Wholesale changes for Valley. They line up as follows. The loose head is Jonathan Beckett, followed by Matt Wright at hooker and Taniela Tino on the other prop. The second row is David Wilcox and James Benton, and the flankers are Brenton Robinson and Joel Davis. And the number 8 is Raymond Mangalongo. The scrum half, Ryan Fitzpatrick, and the fly half, Daniel Tully. The wingers, Maniti and Will Luxford. Daniel Beckett in inside centre. Outside centre, Cameron Bennett, and Ty Smith at fullback. For the Briars, only a few changes worth noting, mainly in the back line, unfortunately. Of course, Adam Muderis misses out playing tonight after playing in that round one fixture. He's replaced by Tung Lee alongside Rathbun and Fernandez in the front row. Volkemeyer and McLaughlin are the second rowers, coming in for Ty Fisher. Carrington and CJ Court are the flankers, and Caleb Muhulu at number 8 in the 16 jumper. Phil Adam is a scrum half with Perry May at fly half. Brody Tierney and Ty Aldridge are the wingers with Tim Smith and Tavesi Tuanavai in the centre roles. Tyson Ibrahim is the fullback for Briars. And out come the Briars in front of their home supporters here at Rothwell. Plenty of juniors sticking around. Plenty of the other grades have come down here to Rothwell Park. It's got to be said, what is a fairly mild Thursday night. Starting to feel the winter season really coming into play here. So out come the men in gold, meeting the men in blue and white. And just now, moments away from kickoff. And we're just about set to get underway here at Rothwell Park under lights. And if I'm not mistaken, this may actually be the first night game under lights for the seniors at Rothwell Park. Briars and Hawkesbury Valley, here we go. Kick-off, fielded by Brenton Robinson after the bounce there. Did well to hold on to it. As they move through the forward line, moving towards centre field. And I can already tell from these opening exchanges, it is not going to be easy to pick out players under the lights here at Rothwell Park. I think that's Mangalongo. Inside now to David Wilcox. I'm hoping the players have better views. A bit of a dead spot in the lights in centre field, as you see there. That's the number 5, James Benton. I don't know if this is what council had in mind when they put these lights up, but they're going to make it work. Come rain, hail or shine. Wayward ball going out to the wing now and trying to break through this Briars back line. Still rolling forward nearly at the 10-metre line. Good smattering of juniors from Briars who have training on Thursday nights at Rothwell Park. Just on the sideline, someone just pointed it out, and it's good to see the next generation of Briars. And here they go, flipping the ball through the back line there. Kicking inside, needing some support. He's got to get his skates on Tyson Ibrahim. I think he's recovered it. No, he's bobbled it. No, it's a penalty. No, it is a bobble. A minute and a half gone. Briars nil, Hawkesbury Valley nil, but Hawkesbury Valley with a great attacking opportunity here. Anthony Deep calling the action for you on Briars Rugby Facebook and on Briars Rugby TV. And we will be hoping that it's something to celebrate. It started off well in round one. Again, that game abandoned after 25 minutes at 14-0 Briars. Briars will be hoping they can hold off Valley as they did in that round one fixture, but no guarantees, especially considering that Briars now are on the back foot, just about on the 5 metres line in attacking territory. Still 0-0 here on the Atomic.beer scoreboard. Might already have some trainer action on here. I think that's Daddy McDougall on the sideline. Staying off for now. Here comes the feed. Pushing back the Briars, but there's a pick and drive. Is that the number 8 there? I can't even make it out. Flick pass out the back. sidestepping, coming through, trying to get back to the goalpost. Brought down in a heavy tackle there. And it's a penalty to the Briars. I don't think he released the football there. And Briars might have just gotten out of jail.
I'll just watch it. I'll see. I don't know what it is.
Maybe not releasing is the call there. So Briars hold off for the time being. Kick will find touch, so they get out of the immediate threat. Outside of their 22, Rathbun to throw in for the men in gold in front of their home fans here. Their home support. Not the biggest crowd we've seen, certainly not on the level of 2023, but healthy nonetheless. Midweek, old school night footy, you've got to love it. Trying to go through their hands, and that one's dropped, and that's going to hand possession right back to Hawkesbury Valley, but Briars have it. It's an advantage being played. They must have knocked it on. Referee pardoning the Briars from that drop ball. I think that was Nuhulu Fernandez. Gets just about to the 22. And it's another penalty to the Briars. So getting just a bit piggybacked out of danger here, Hawkesbury Valley. Won't be too happy with that, I'd assume, the coaching staff. So it's another penalty at the breakdown for the men in goal. Score remains 0-0, 4 minutes gone. Finds touch comfortably. Doesn't get out of their own half here, but they're 44 or 43 metres away from us, just in front of our camera position here. Should get a pretty good look at this one. They get the early jump, Valley, but can't get to the footy. Philip Adam again, subbing in at number 9. Jack Clump unavailable today. Referee having a look at the ruck again, rather. And Briars still yet to break over the 50, the 4 and 20 halfway line. Both teams searching for their first 4 and 20 meat pie of the night. And it's another penalty to the Briars. That one a high tackle. So once again, Valley just letting Briars off cheaply here. And this time, surely Briars make it over the 50-metre line. Well, he's kicked it over the 50. I think the referee might have wanted to have a look where the foot mark was there. But in any case, the Briars have the footy about 25 metres out from Hawkesbury Valley's line. And in the space of only 5.5 minutes, Briars have withstood an assault on their own line and driven 25 away from the Valley line. The blue and white need to hold solid here. As I said, this game was abandoned at 14-0 in favour of the Briars, so we know they have points in them, and that was only 25 minutes gone. Ball security a problem so far. That one looked like it crept up high. The referee kept his arms down this time. Great job to the committees of both sides getting referees down here on a Thursday night too. No ice bars for you folks tonight. Thanks for coming out to Rothwell. And here goes the move. The Briars have the overlap. Can't go through the middle. McLaughlin with it in the 5. Briars now heavily established in the Hawkesbury Valley end, and more so the 22. Cutting through the middle, going for the post. It's the opening try of the game for the home side. They go 95 metres, but I tell you what, Valley had an opportunity and gave Briars just that piggyback out of their end, and you cannot afford to piggyback teams that far upfield. Atomic.beer scoreboard, Briars 5, Hawkesbury Valley 0, kick to come here at Rothwell. And they will be absolutely filthy, Valley. They had a really good early opportunity down at Briars end and just infringed them right over halfway, right up to the 22. And as is customary in subbies, we need a kicking tee. Just about 7 minutes gone here, and Briars are up. Shades of the first game they played here in round 1 before it was again abandoned. They started at 0-0 tonight, but Briars already up 5. And the conversion attempt is successful. So Briars open up the scoring. Converted try, Briars 7, Hawkesbury Valley 0 on the Atomic.beer scoreboard. And speaking of scoreboards, we've got Mark Nelson up on a step ladder, opening up the scoreboard. Not the usual crew we have down here at match day. Everyone's having to come up with something to do just to get everything going. 8 minutes gone, Briars almost a point a minute. Kick off by Valley. It's a deep one just short of the Briars 22. It's fielded by the Briars, but he slips and goes down. He recovers now. 25 or so away from their own line now, the men in goal. Pick and go from the number 4 there, Barnsey Volkenmeyer. Good to see him out there making the journey down to Rothwell on a cold, cold night here, and it's only going to get colder, you suspect. Briars now trying to come down this near sideline, the left wing, short of the 10 metres line for now, breaks away from the tackle, Bailey Carrington. Ball inside and coming back outside, looking for a second one in quick succession. He's being brought down. Volkenmeyer again. Fernandez busting over halfway. Briars back in attacking territory now, 45 or so away from the Valley line. It's a deep back line set, and they're going to lose plenty of yardage on the early mark of this. And they're going to get just over halfway now. I'm trying to be as descriptive as I can, knowing that you guys at home can't see this. Darting up through, doesn't get many metres. It was a little bit of a wide shift there. And it's a penalty to Briars again, right on halfway, about 25 in from touch. Not rolling away, I believe, is the signal. So Briars now kicking for touch on halfway. Harry May puts boot to ball, and it's a boomer of a kick. And the Hawkesbury Valley linesman on the far side will mark it about 30 from the goal line. So Briars on the attack in quick succession again. Line out opportunity coming. Just shy of the 10-minute mark, Atomic.beer scoreboard, Briars 7, Hawkesbury Valley 0 around the grounds, of course. Rathbun will throw in on the far sideline. 30 away from the Hawkesbury Valley line, looking to go up 12, maybe 14-0. It's an awkward-looking throw, but Briars come down with it. Tram track ruck. Good clean out by Valley. The ball's still available for Briars. They can use it now. Fernandez, I think that was Nuhulu, sorry, out the back. May brought down in front of the sticks, 25 or so away. The ball's popped out, and I think that will be a knock-on to Briars, or possibly an offside. It's a knock-on. So Valley survive that attacking opportunity from the Briars, and will have a scrum about 25 away from their own line now. And it feels like it's been an age since we've seen Valley with the ball. I think it was about 4 minutes in the last time they had possession of the footy. Scrum to pack. Hawkesbury Valley scrum, 30 away from their own line. Wasn't fed straight, doesn't really matter these days, and they retain their feed. Back into the 22, they're looking for the kick, but they've got an overlap 2-on-1 here, and they've got Ty Aldridge they can try and go around, but they come back in field, and they're about 42 away now. It's a good little offload, though, to the number 5, James Benton, just short of halfway. So Valley now trying to get into attacking territory and give the Briars a run for their money here. 7-0 Atomic.beer scoreboard. Trying to come up now. I think that's Tubailungi, just short of halfway now, and about 20 metres or 30 metres in from touch. They spread it through the far side. This is where it gets really tricky for the callers here, because the lights aren't as bright as you maybe think they would be, but that's all right. Valley 45 away from Briars line now. Slow ball to come from the ruck. There's a penalty, and it looks like it's going the way of Valley. Indeed it is. So they're going to have a penalty kick 46 metres out. Probably kick for touch here. I don't expect they're going to go the super boot. Or maybe they are. Well, they're handing it to the number 5 here, so I assume this is a kick for touch. It is. So they'll kick for touch and try and go on the attack and look to equalise this game early on. 12 and a half gone. Briars 7, Hawkesbury Valley 0 remains the score on the Atomic Beer scoreboard. So the line out to be about 20 metres away from Briars' own line. Shades of what happened in the opening stages of this game, but Briars were able to hold on. Can they do so once more here? You can hear the calls in the distance. They retain their own throw. Was it straight? Referee's happy with it. Valley ball, but they're getting driven back a little bit. They secure possession now. They've just got to get it out. And they do, and they shift through the back line. That's Daniel Tully at 10. Cutting inside now. Brought down inside the 22 once more, but not really making that many metres. The ball is doing a lot of travelling in this game, but the ad line is not moving, and they've knocked it on, and it's cleared away by the Briars from inside their own 22. There's a big chase on, but the touchline beats them all, and it'll put Hawkesbury Valley back under pressure. 43 metres away from their own goal line, they'll have a line out. Make it 45 as the linesman has spotted it. And just a reminder, of course, second grade contest, 35-minute halves here. So we're approaching the halfway point of this first half. Again, referee's time is the one that matters. We say it every broadcast here at Rothwell, but it's very, very true. And that one was not straight. It's actually gone behind the line up at the line out. So Briars will have the option here, and I think they will choose to pack a scrum. So Valley once again fluffing their lines a little bit. And the Briars will pack a scrum. It'll be 44 away from the opposition goal line. Another attacking opportunity for the men in goal. Scrum fed and won by the Briars. It comes out now. The back line is set and running. Shifting the ball. No, they hold it. Offload away. Into the number 20 for Briars. Is that David? That's not David Pavihi, is it? No, it's not. It's probably Marty Sayuli. I can't really tell from here. Adam goes himself, brought down on the 22. Awkward looking tackle. Ref put whistle to his mouth but didn't blow it. Briars bobble the ball now. Luke McLaughlin driven back behind the 22 now. Now Briars are having to get up against it. Brody Tierney, that was an ugly looking tackle. And there's immediate concern for the Briars player. Referee blows his whistle. Both teams separated, and now all eyes will be on the referee. Player's being called out by number 9, Ryan Fitzpatrick. I assume that's the captain of Hawkesbury Valley. Player is still down receiving treatment. I've got to admit, I didn't actually see what the infringement was. I actually just heard a massive roar. Referee looks like he's gone to the wallet. It's going to be yellow or red. No, it's just going to be a talking to number 13 there, Cameron Bennett. He's had a chat to. Referee seemingly signaling something about not releasing. And the player down for Briars, number 11, Brody Tierney, scored a massive try the weekend just gone. Now the referee having a chat to Jack Rathbun. I think they're saying it's a bit of a sling tackle more than a tip tackle. Just from the gesturing I can pick up. There's a penalty. And looks like we've got another number 5. Is that Luke McLaughlin coming back on? Or are we going to have another number 5 jersey? Always fun. As far as I'm aware, we're not playing stoppage time. That was a fairly sizable chunk of time eaten up there. As we approach halfway, 16 and 3/4 minutes gone. Briars have kicked for touch and they're 20 away with an attacking line out here. Rathbun throwing in once more. They find McLaughlin, looks to maul it, no, goes out to Adam, to New Hulu. Trying to make metres but can't do so. So 20 away now in front of the sticks, trying to shift it through the far side. Inside, outside, it's been intercepted by Hawkesbury Valley, who offload and are coming up towards the 10-metre line, but are still short of it. Briars scramble defence is good. That tackle looked like it might have been high from the men in goal. Referee keeps his arm down for the time being. Valley with the with the ruck just shy of the 10 metres line in their own half, trying to spread this ball outside. They go down the far wing, breaking away, kick through. The tackle on the kicker is fine, says the referee. Bobbled at the back by Briars. Has he found the handle on it? No, he hasn't. So Briars are going to give Valley a scrum just inside the 22 from the look of it for a knock-on. And in fact, it's actually a penalty. He might have been offside when he bobbled it. They take the tap quickly, Valley, and they've knocked it on from the restart. So Briars get out of jail once more. They'll have a scrum 20 metres from their own try line on the far side of the field. Looks to be about 15 in from touch. Hawkesbury Valley, I tell you what, they've had plenty of football down this end of the field. In fact, the majority, I'd say, of their possession has been down the Briars end of Rothwell Park. They just haven't been able to use it. So the scrum about to pack. Briars 7, Hawkesbury Valley 0 on the Atomic Beer scoreboard, on Briars Rugby's Facebook and Briars Rugby TV. Scrum will reset here. Scrum taking a while to pack. It is a little bit dewy here with the cooler weather. Seeing a little bit of poor ball security. Briars hold firm in the scrum, but now the pressure is on from Valley. Bobbled at 9. Nuhulu again having to try and get out of danger. Briars now are under attack by the defensive line of Hawkesbury Valley, and that continues. They've lost another 15 metres. Referee's called a penalty. Quick tap taken. Away goes Phil Adam. Comes inside, gets through the tackle. There's another penalty for a high tackle, I think. People aren't happy on the Briars sideline. And again, Ryan Fitzpatrick being called into the principal's office to help sort out his team. Are we going to see a yellow card? Is referee signalling on the shoulder? Maybe coming up, maybe telling him to go low, but no business card just yet. And referee, again, happy just with the verbal caution. Briar down, Phil Adam down from that tackle. He's back on his feet now. Trainer clears the field and will kick for touch. 20 minutes gone. Briars 7, Valley 0 on the Atomic Beer scoreboard. It's not a bad-looking kick. It's fantastic, in fact. I reckon that's made the 10 metres line for Briars, maybe a metre short of it. So Briars again with another offensive opportunity in positive territory now. Valley have invited him into the half plenty of times. So far, only the one try against them. They jump early. Briars play it patiently. And I don't think that was straight, says the referee. It wasn't. So again, Briars take their foot off the throttle a little bit here. And it will be a Hawkesbury Valley scrum 43 away from their own line. So in fairness, I've been a bit hard on Valley, saying they've squandered opportunities. Now Briars just starting to be a bit poorly disciplined with football in hand. So we're approaching the point in the match where it got abandoned last time. The Briars 7 points less well off than that, but still in the lead as we approach half-time. About 13 and a half minutes. Scrum fed and won by Valley. They're going to shift it through the back line. They've had plenty of success on the far side of the field, and this time they try to go up the middle. Approaching the cricket pitch and a bit of a dark spot with the lighting here. Now they go down 42 away from their own line, so really not many metres, if any, made on the scrum. Time is off and there was a penalty, but this referee, the way he signals, I can't really tell which way he's intending to signal. Well, once more, Valley's number 9 is being called in with the teammate to join, and that's a yellow card. So Valley will be playing for the next 10 minutes, just short of half-time. In fact, this yellow card will conclude. And that'll be frustrating. It's a repeated infringements one, surely, because the referee He's probably run out of breath talking to the Valley captain, just saying, you got to clean up your discipline a bit. Kick for touch by the Briars. That's a good chase as well, just in case it didn't find touch. But it does, just short of the Valley 22. So Briars, another attacking opportunity. This game for the last little bit has been played between the 22s in that middle 50, 60 metres or so. And now the Briars, another attacking opportunity. They have the one try so far, the 1 4 and 20 meat pie to Perry May early on. 7-0 on the Atomic Beer scoreboard in favour of the good guys if you're watching on Briars' Facebook page. And it's another throw not straight. Well, the good news for Briars at least, they may have an NFL draft candidate here. He seems to be pretty decent with a forward throw. The bad news is it's another chance gone begging. Hawkesbury Valley to pack the scrum down on the 22. 7-0 to the Briars, 23 and a half gone.
No.
Just taking a little pause in the action. Looks like there's going to be a substitution made by Valley. I don't have the name yet. He's wearing the number 1 jersey because the starting prop, Jonathan Beckett, was in the 16. But I remember him from the Colts game. That was a very fiery contest. Got called early. The referee not happy with the discipline in that one. He's coming on. We've just had it come through on Few Sport. The number 2 for Valley was the one yellow carded, Matt Wright. So they're down a hooker, and I think that's maybe why they're making this change. And it looks like, I can see on the near sideline, they've just taken someone off, basically, a back. So they'll fully contest the scrums, or at least as much as they can, I guess. And they'll go down and back in lieu. So just short of 10 minutes to go. Still 7-0 to Briars. Scrum about to pack on the 22 now for Valley. It's the 14 who's come off from Rule Luxford. He's the man that makes way for the forward. Scrum wheeling. Finally the ball comes out. Valley with it. Trying to get over their 22. They do just about. 24 or so away from their own line now. They've got the footy, but they've got to use it. In comes a big number 1 for them. His first touch of the day. And as we saw in that Colts fixture round 1, plenty of metres post-contact. Flat ball, it's forward. That was a good opportunity for Valley to go and spread this ball on that far side. They've had a fair bit of success, but you have to pass it legally. So Briars will have another opportunity to attack the defensive quarter of Valley. They've just got to hold the football, Valley, and get out of danger. I don't think we've really seen a clearing or an exit kick from them. They look happy to run it around the outside. And I tell you what, with the speed we've seen from some of the backs tonight, it's hard to blame them. And then plenty of names unavailable for them from the look of it, just from that round 1 fixture. I've got at least 5 or 6. So they'll be hoping that the new ones they've brought in can do the job, but so far not starting out that well for them. Still down 7-0 for Valley. New Hulu outside, looking for more support. Away to Tyson Ibrahim, comes inside, doesn't give it, holds it. Had Brody Tierney on his outside, little switch run, and then the Briars have turned it over with a penalty. Player went off his feet there, shake of their head, but the referee has blown the whistle, and that is what it is. Will be pulling his hair out on the sideline. With some of the opportunities that Briars have passed up. And very similarly, this was how Valley got in the game. Is he able to... big diving Superman dive, and I think he's falconed himself trying to keep that penalty kick in. It hasn't worked, so he's got a sore nose, and the throw-in will remain with Hawkesbury Valley. Still plenty of time for Valley to equalise this game. It is only the 1 score, the converted try. So the throw about to come in now for Valley. And now they use it. They were 40 away, but it's another deep backline set. And again, they look for that open side play on the line out. It doesn't come off. They've made about 1 metre, despite the ball travelling about 150. Referee's blown his whistle. Penalty Valley again. So they'll have a penalty kick now. It's on the cricket pitch, so it's not that pleasant for a kicker, I think, but still in their own half. They'll get a chance to exit now. And Briars, shades of what happened to Valley in the early stages. Perry May capitalising on 3 or 4 piggyback penalties out of their own half. And now Valley, 2 or 3 penalties in a row. They win their own line out, and they're back to about 45 away now, and again trying to spread it through Daniel Tully, the 10. Briars scrambled a fence, not able to stop the meters or wrap up the ball at the moment, and Valley, there's a penalty. It is very hard to tell with this referee because he's not signalling immediately. It's a knock-on. So it's a knock-on by Valley, and again, they give up an attacking opportunity. Briars scrum, 40 away from their own line at the southern end of Rothwell. My goodness, if both teams could just find the handle on the ball and stay out of trouble, the score could be almost a cricket score at this stage of the game. But as it stands, Briars, the only ones to have troubled the scoreboard attendant tonight, 7-0. They find themselves up on the Atomic Beer scoreboard over the visitors. Probably has to be one of the worst away trips for Valley as well, just in terms of distance. It hasn't been the happiest hunting ground for them in recent years, Rothwell Park. It's a clumsy scrum, but Briars retain it, and again trying to go down this open side. So Valley have been going left, Briars going left, and they find themselves just short of the 50 to the Briars. Adam, quick ball, but he's put Tierney just about in purgatory between the sideline. 45 away, it goes to ground. It's been reefed out by Valley. Play on. Don't worry about a 2-on-1 strip. And now they spread it far side again. They've had plenty of success here. Chopping tackle, can't bring him down. Valley still with it into the 22. Contact was okay, but there's an offload. Valley looking like they're going to score here. Can they get around the man on the outside? They're 5 or so metres short now. Far corner, we can't see anything. They dart again, looking for the line. Has he got the ball down? No, not yet. And there's another stoppage. What is going on here? We are in an absolute dark spot in terms of vision. Looks like it's going to be some sort of infringement against the Briars, but it looks like the arm's staying low. It looks like it's going to be a Valley scrum on the 5. So just under 5 minutes remaining, unofficially in this clash, the first half of this clash rather. Briars hold a slim lead that could vaporise in a heartbeat here if Valley can get this attacking opportunity right. We haven't seen them use the ball down here since about the 4th minute. They've almost bungled that one, but they've got the back line set now. Going around, nice little set-piece move. That looks like a late high tackle to me, but it's with the fullback now, Ty Smith, who's brought down in front of the sticks. Now he's offloaded it, and now they're in the 5-metre line firmly, and now they can almost bust over, but they're going to go to the backs again. It's about a 17-on-1 overlap on the left side. Brought down in front of the left upright now, still short, but they're looking to spread the ball. It's come along the ground. They're still with it, Valley. The yellow card time almost up as well. But it's been pilfered by Briars. Was illegal? It was. So Briars have the ball and have withstood the assault once more in their own line. Now they've just got to get out of this part of the field because you don't want to give Valley a sniff considering what we've seen so far in this game. And the 10th put it down. I think that's Perry Mays put it down on his own line. It's going to be a scrum 5 to Hawkesbury Valley. Neither team able to find the Velcro strip or the super glue on the football. Ball security just about non-existent here. Hawkesbury Valley attacking scrum on the 5 now, and they have a chance with 3 minutes left just about to possibly equalise this one. Right on the far side is down. I'm just trying to peek over the camera and see if we can even get any better view of that from here. Not really. Well, I'll tell you this much. I think the players will have a much better view of what's going on than we will. Time ticking down. Briars still 7 points ahead. Hawkesbury Valley yet to score. And looks like the Briars are going to make a change. That might be, is that Tung Lee on the far side? It is very hard to tell. I think it is by the look of it. Almost holding his neck. So I don't think there's a crusher tackle in this sport, but almost what he looks like he's appealing for. We have seen him come off the field and return and put in a big shift after it, but again, the way it looks now, it is Tung Lee. The way it looks now, he won't be returning. I guess the one benefit for Briars is they get the week off as well with the wet weather weekend. This is why we're playing it on Thursday night. I assume Valley have another set of games on Saturday. They cannot afford that. And scrum infringement will pack it down again by the look of it. Take it for granted how much the light really helps see in the distance up here in the pavilion. We don't have that luxury today. So the number 14 for Valley, Will Luxford, is still off the field. He was replaced by the number 1 in lieu of Matt Wright for that yellow card. I don't know if they're timing it, but if unofficially by our clock, that yellow card has expired. And Valley struggle to find the handle on it from the scrum, but it's going well so far, and they're still making a few metres at a time here. Briars over the ball, told to clear it, and Valley 5 metres away from the Briars line now, trying to go through the middle again. Valley now trying to use it from the base. They're still short of the line, trying to bust over, pick and go. Offload comes. There's the big number 1 for Valley, caused headaches in the Colts game in round 1. Brought down just short. As time ticks away, Valley are maybe a few inches away at a given time from equalising. In fact, they've busted over the line there, and Hawkesbury Valley have the reply they needed. 34 and a half gone just before the siren sounds. They've got a chance to equalise it. Hawkesbury Valley 5 now trail Briars 7. Kick to come on the Atomic Beer scoreboard, and this game just probably went up a notch. Briars were just unable to exit from their 22. Neither team have had what you would consider a very good game with ball in hand. Briars capitalising on that early 95-metre piggyback upfield. Hawkesbury Valley, something very similar. They've been parked in the Briars 22 for a while and now finally reap the reward of it. Raymond Mangalongo was the try scorer who may have given Hawkesbury Valley a chance to equalise in added time. And again, can't really make out the kicker from here. I assume it'll be, it's the 5 again, James Benton. I think they've just duct tape over a 1. It doesn't look like a 5. He kicks it. He likes it, ref likes it, and that is half-time. And we're all locked up. So Briars 7, Hawkesbury Valley 7 on the Atomic Beer scoreboard. More action to come in the next few minutes. And we'll have to see what the second half holds in store for us. We're just about to get back underway here at Rothwell. 7-7 on the Atomic Beer scoreboard between Briars and Hawkesbury Valley in that second grade fixture that we are replaying right now. So the first half rather, started with a Briars try, finished with a Valley try. And we find ourselves locked up. All 7 points for Briars coming from Perry May. Scored and converted his own try. For Hawkesbury Valley, Raymond Mangalongo with the try, and James Benton kicking the conversion right on the bell. So all to play for in this second half. And if any of the recent clashes the completed games that we saw in round 1 are anything to go by, it will be a bit of a grandstand finish. Ref blows the whistle, away we go for the second half now, and it's knocked on by the Briars from the kickoff on the 22. So Hawkesbury Valley are going to have an immediate attacking opportunity here. So Briars, they trained last night. Obviously didn't keep the super glue and Velcro handy because they have not been able to get this ball to stick in the hand. And in fairness, neither have Valley. They're going to need Sikaflex down on the sideline for the second half by the look of it. Valley will have the scrum. It's a bit off axis from centre field, but they're only 22 away. Still a decent crowd here at Rothwell. Thanks to Concord Land Rover driving Briars Rugby above and beyond. Always supporting us here as they go from the scrum. It's a flat ball. It's legal pass, says the referee. He's in the touch. What a try saver by the Briars. Hawkesbury Valley takes the corner flag with him. Almost ahead. But the Briars have held out. There's a discussion with the referee. Has he awarded the try? He has awarded the try. He's overturned the linesman's decision. Well, just like that, Hawkesbury Valley 12, Briars 7. Kick to come in the early stages of the second half. And I don't think I've ever seen that before here at Briars Rugby. The referee overruling the linesman. And in fairness to him, it was a Briars linesman on that side, but still not something I can ever recall having seen. Valley, they were down, find themselves now up. They've spent the last 33 minutes not in the lead. Dear me. So, I'm assuming on that far side of the field, it's going to be James Benton again to attempt it. If he's a left footer, it's his strong side. If he's a right footer, it's not. He is a lefty, so chance to put Valley 7 points in the clear. After just 2.5 minutes of this second half. What a dagger that is. He's taking his sweet time to kick it. He almost got charged down, and it's short and fades away. So the damage somewhat limited by that missed opportunity. The kick's not an easy kick, but the score remains Hawkesbury Valley 12, Briars 7 on the Atomic Beer scoreboard. Once again, thanks to Concord Land Rover driving Briars Rugby above and beyond for their support in 2023. As well as our our scoreboard partners, Atomic Beer. You just heard me mention them. Please do drink responsibly. Our physio partners, 5 Dot Physiotherapy and Sports Injury Centre, as well as Kerle Constructions, PK Metal Polishing Services, and Crane Pools, Jam Photography, and everyone else who's supported Briars this season. Our 100th season of competitive rugby. And for the first time in the 60 minutes of football that have been played in this second grade fixture overall, Hawkesbury Valley are in the lead, 12 points to 7. And they're with the ball just over the halfway line. 9 is wrapped up immediately, trying to get back over the ball. The Briars, it's a penalty to the Briars. They've at least turned that over. And it was great work there. And again, we're having trouble picking out players with the lighting here, but it was fantastic pilfering. I think that's 9 on 9. Is that Phil Adam who's done that? It was really quickly up on the 9 for Valley, turned him over and just went straight back over the ball and did not let it go. Has that kick found touch? Yes, it has. So there was a bit of a debate there whether the player for Valley had kept that in. Linesman flag stays up, and this time the referee agrees with him. So Briars now will have a line out, 20 away from equalising and potentially taking the lead, but they have not put points on since about the 5th minute. Rathbun to throw, he's had a few struggles tonight. That one was fine. In fact, you'd almost say it was not straight the other way. And there's a breakaway from the Briars, and they're going to equalise here on the far corner, and they tie it up. Briars 12, Hawkesbury Valley 12. Well, we had 2 tries in 35 minutes in the first half. We've had 2 tries in about 4 minutes here in the second. What is going on here at Rothwell Park? Briars 12, Hawkesbury Valley 12, kick to come. It was straight away from the line out. I'm pretty sure that's Barnsey Volkemeyer who just broke away from the line out. They didn't even bother tackling him, and by the time they could get to him, it was too late. He reached over and put his big mitt with the Gilbert in hand on the stripe. 12 all, kick to come. So plenty of drama here at Rothwell Park on your Thursday night. Well, if you were thinking of switching to that other code, may I highly recommend not doing that. Briars 12, Valley 12, 30 to go. Second grade game, of course, 35-minute halves. So 70th minute's the final minute. And again, I assume that's going to be Perry May on the far side. Not that I can really make him out from here. Looks like it'll be on his strong side, but he's probably about 1 metre, 2 metres in from touch, just shy of the 22 when he attempts this kick. Starts to come in. The charge won't get to him. It's a good high strike, but it looks like it's going to fall. Well, falls well short. Unfortunate, but the scores are locked up once again. We are back to square one once more. Briars 12, Hawkesbury Valley 12 on the Atomic Beer scoreboard. 28 and a half to go. Don't even think about clicking off the live stream or turning away. Thursday night under lights. Well, both teams have found the handle on the football and they found the GPS path to the try line, it seems. 2 4 and 20 meat pies apiece. That kickoff's not gone 10. It will come back to the halfway line. So Valley with an error after conceding and now might find themselves up against it once more. Wowee. Just to recap the scoring, Briars are up 7-0 a few minutes in. Hawkesbury piggybacked them from their own 5-metre line with consecutive penalties. Valley survived a yellow card and scored right on the stroke of half-time. Now to the blocks, they scored again. Valley took the lead and now Briars just hit back and the kick-off is out short of the 10 metres line. Scrum now to pack for Briars. Briars feed it. Clean heel on the cricket pitch, and now it's out for the Briars. They are stacked to the open side, the right-hand side. Shuffles, goes himself with the dummy. Now looks for the offload, gets it away to Ibrahim. And brought down 45 away from the Hawkesbury Valley liner. They've popped it up. It's still with the Briars trying to drive over. It's been knocked on by the Briars anyway. Advantage will not play out. Valley scrum within the tram tracks, 44 away from their own line. Looking like we've got some reinforcements named for Briars as well. So Matt Carew throwing everything at this Valley side. And just a reminder, round one, the game was abandoned 14-0 after 25 minutes in favour of the home side. Got out to an early 7-0 lead, found themselves down 12-7 just after the break. We're back at 12-all, back at square one. Still 27 or 26 and a half to play, unofficially, of course. Ryan Fitzpatrick feeds it for Valley. They stay stable in the scrum, but don't make meters. It's a short arm penalty to the Briars. So the Briars now really starting to turn the screws into Valley a little bit. 44 away from the Valley try line. They're going to have another attacking opportunity. Tap taken by May, trying to spread this ball outside, open side. Intercept by Valley, but he can't find the handle on it. And I tell you what, oh boy, there are going to be some frustrated coaches. There may not be any left with the amount of coach killers we've had in this game from both sides. Briars with the ball just over halfway now. 25 or so in from touch, trying to use it. There's another one. Had the advantage played out. Or is the referee going to pack a scrum to Briars for the knock-on off the intercept? He will do so. So Briars' hope is not lost on possession. 4 and 20, halfway line scrum coming up. Briars 12, Hawkesbury Valley 12 on the Atomic Beer scoreboard. You just get the sense that this game should be about 27 all or something along that line. If both teams could just hold the football. It's such an obvious thing to say. We don't know the conditions down there. It is mild up here in the pavilion. It's probably very dewy on the ground, but you've just got to hold the football. Crouch command given by the referee. Briars scrum. In comes the feed. Valley struggled at the last one. No such struggles this time. Briars, however, will struggle. They'll turn it over. And it's a penalty. So Valley do so illegally and give Briars another opportunity. Just cannot get it right at scrum time at the moment, Valley. Still got about 25 minutes to shake that off, but they're going to have to get a move on here, because if Briars can put on points again, well, they've been holding the footy the better, it's got to be said. Valley, not so much. Line out to come, about 27 away from the Valley line. Men in goal to throw it in. So another golden opportunity. You get the feeling if Ash Simpson would be out there, would probably take a drop goal attempt right off the line out. He's not playing. I wonder if Perry Moe has a field goal in him. All just about retained by the Briars, they do so. Another deep back line set. They've just about made the ad line from the line out. Now well established in the 22. There are numbers on the right-hand side for Briars on the Majors Bay Road side of the ground. They've just got to get the ball to them. Valley now getting men across. It's bobbled and he's collected massively off the ball as well. Nothing illegal in it, just a solid hit. Well, count your ribs and your teeth after that one. My goodness me. So Valley hold firm, force the error, scrum on their own 22 now off the knock-on. More reinforcements warming up on the sidelines for Briars. It's always interesting when you get a replay like this, especially when both sides have players missing out. You've got to be able to find players who are legal and eligible to participate. So that's another layer of complexity they've got to worry about. And the interchange being made by Valley as well. Still plenty of time for either team. They could share the chocolates. One team, I mean, both teams have got 2, 4 and 20 meat pies. Bonus point not out of the question, and I don't think we've had a lead bigger than 7. So losing bonus point as well. Both teams sort of at the bottom of the ladder, but again, this game was not played or not completed. Briars have turned over the scrum. Can they get the ball out? They do. And now they drive up, and they're once again back in the 22 of Hawkesbury Valley with possession of the football. The numbers are out, all to the right-hand side. Away goes Shafay. No, it's Philip Adam trying to chip it inside with a little pass. Can't do so. Briars now set up on the 5. Darting away, brought down short. There's a penalty advantage by the look of it. It's a penalty, in fact. And we have another break in play. I think it's an offside penalty. Or was that a team warning signal? Briars will have the penalty. They'll tap and go. All of Valley going early, and the referee has had enough. His arm is going to dislocate if he keeps putting his arm up. He's had plenty of signals to make tonight. Poor ball security and poor discipline, it's got to be said. Here go the Briars looking for a barge over off the tap. Oh, they get it easily. They get it easily, the Briars, and they take the lead back once more. Briars 17, Hawkesbury Valley 12, kick to come. And again, Hawkesbury Valley just inviting Briars into their in goal there. You cannot give away that much ball and expect teams not to score any. 3 tries up now for the Briars. 1 more, they get the bonus point. But again, as it stands, Valley will be within 7 even with the conversion. And it's not too far off axis either in terms of position for the conversion. So you'd expect Briars to take a 19-12 lead. Certainly not guaranteed, though. On comes Daddy McDougall. I think that's Anthony Manasseh in the 13 as well. Well, the numbers are all over the shop. I don't think anyone else really minds on the team list, but when you're trying to commentate and you can barely see anything from 80 metres away, makes life difficult. Trust me, ask me how I know. May to kick the conversion to put Briars 7 ahead. Back and forth, the perfect word to describe this game. Nearly charged down. No mistake with the boot. Briars 19, Hawkesbury Valley 12 on the atomic.beer scoreboard. And again, if you were even considering switching over to the other code, I would highly recommend sticking around. Still plenty to play for both sides, and it's only a 7-point gap, and there's still 20 minutes to go. All of these games in round 1 were pretty close, including the one that got abandoned. So I tell you what, this could still go either way. It's still very much in the balance. Kickoffs, both teams have struggled with. Hawkesbury Valley get it right, but they don't get the defence right. So Briars are about 35 away now from their own line with the ball. And it's another penalty to the Briars. Quick tap taken. Again, looking to catch the other team off guard. Hawkesbury Valley still trying to offload. Was that player onside? He was. So it's a knock-on against the Briars, and Valley just inside their own half with the football now. Advantage playing out for a knock-on. They go once again to that big number 1. I don't have his name here, but he has been one of the bigger, the big guys that we saw in the Colts game. He was causing plenty of trouble for the Briars defence, trying desperately to keep Hawkesbury Valley this side of half, their side of halfway, and they do so. So Valley can't break over the 4 and 20, 50-metre line, not yet at least, but they are starting to rack up phases with the football. They just need to get away through. Still can't find it. It's an awkward-looking offload. Whistle blows. I think we're coming back for the initial knock-on. No, we're not. There's a knock-on ruled against Valley. So the Briars will have another scrum in Valley's own end. It'll be 45 away from their goal line, and it'll be about 15 metres in, just on the edge of the cricket pitch, looking particularly green with the rain we had a little bit ago. Hawkesbury Valley have been very hit and miss with their scrummaging. They've either pushed Briars metres and metres back, or they've just gotten it wrong. Score remains Briars 19, Valley 12, 18 to go unofficially. Scrum fed, retained by the Briars. Blindside play was shown, but they go open side instead. Chip, a little grubber kick through by, I think that's Anthony Manasseh in the 13 jersey. It ends up with Valley inside their own half. They've just broken over their 10, and he popped an upload up to the Briars. So Briars right back on the attack now, 35 away. No, make it 30 metres after contact. Another whistle, arm goes out for Hawkesbury Valley. And it's lower, so I think it's another scrum. But it will be about 35 away from their own line. So Valley, they're getting the football, but they are stuck in Briars territory. Well, I don't know if there is a bit of an uphill to Rothwell Park, but at the moment it's almost like Everest for the blue and white, trying to get out and get over 4 and 20 halfway. And if the score holds, again, Valley will get the losing bonus point. Briars can earn a scoring bonus point or a trying bonus point with one more meat pie, 4 and 20 meat pie. But so far, Briars are taken 4. Ball is out. It's not the most convincing clear from Valley. And they're still stuck in their own half, 30 away from their own line. And they are taking an age to get this out. They finally do, and just come back over the ruck. They're looking to find a gap, but they can't find one just yet. So Valley still with it, losing more metres now. They're still only about 25 away from their own line. They're going backwards. They need to clear this. They're looking for that open side, but it is just not coming off. Solid tackling by the Briars, preventing the ball from getting out. Whistle blows, and it's a penalty to Valley. So Briars may be taking liberties with Valley on the back foot. Still very much anyone's game. And Valley will have a chance to clear their end, but they're going to have to find touch for it. Just shy of 15 minutes to go. They take a tap. Briars were facing backwards. They weren't expecting that. And Valley are going to steamroll over halfway, but they can't get service early. So it's 45 away from the Briars line now, 15 in from touch. Valley trying to set the open side move. Here they go, over the 10 metres line, offload. No one home. Briars will get to it first. So Briars now deep in their own half. Penalty. Off feet, says the referee. Oh, they are just not doing themselves any favours, Hawkesbury Valley. Oh, dear. In fairness, Briars haven't taken all their opportunities, but Valley just given Briars way too many of them. Kick for touch just on their own 10-metre line, finds touch comfortably. And they'll flip field just about. They're just beyond the 10-metre line of Valley. About 39, 38 metres away, this line out will take place. Be Rathbun again, I think, called in to throw. He seems to have found his rhythm now, but can't be easy. A little bit of dew on the ball makes it so much harder to throw it straight. Still waiting for the throw. They go to the back pod, and it's underthrown to Valley. So Valley, once again, get gifted a get-out-of-jail-free card as they barge over their own 10 metres line. 45 away from their own line now and trying to get the ball through hands. It's an accidental grubber kick. It's a knock-on from Briars as well. The referee will rule it that the accidental grubber kick was not in fact a grubber kick, and it was a knock-on. So it'll be another scrum on the cricket pitch, 45 away, 25 in from touch. Neither team able to hold the football at the second, and it's almost like the middle of that first half again. Both teams maybe just need to get some more reinforcements on if they can, or maybe just run out. I don't know. I don't even know what adhesive products would help in this situation anymore. The ball's made out of Teflon, it seems. I didn't know Gilbert made the Teflon footy, but here we are. Just will not stick in the hand. And again, atomic.beer scoreboard, Briars 19, Hawkesbury Valley 12. We're coming up to 10 minutes remaining unofficially. Time running out for both teams to really assert dominance. Scrum fed and one, but it's a good shove by Hawkesbury Valley. Maybe it's been turned over. Ball is out, says the referee. The Briars are collapsing onto himself, but they've come up with the footy. Manasseh looks to clear. He does so from inside his 50. It's not going to find the sideline, but it is going to find acting fullback James Benton. Shimmies on his own line. He's under pressure now. The Briars can easily get a pilfer and score here. Was that player on his feet for Valley? Referee says ball is out. Penalty Valley. So it's a penalty to Valley on their own line. Well, that's contentious. Briars putting all sorts of pressure on the back 2 or 3 players who'd made it back for Valley. They've kicked the ball away. The people screaming from Briars, oh, send him for kicking the ball away, not realising the referee had actually put his arm up for the men in blue and white. Once again, it'll be James Benton kicking for touch. He has to find it first of all, but he's also got to make some decent yardage. He gets just over the 22 on the near side of the field here, the Majors Bay Road side. Valley again defending the southern end in this second half. Don't really think there's a prevailing wind either way. I can tell you it's pretty cool wind whenever it does come up. Valley will have a line out just outside their own quarter. Matt Wright back from the yellow card early in the first half. It's not the most convincing throw. It's been knocked on by Valley. Briars with the ball into the 22 now of Valley. Fernandez at first receiver. Is he going to drive? He looked to pass there. He forgot he was wearing a single-digit jersey. Manasseh shimmies, holds it, can't find support, but he still makes meters post-contact and gets a bit of help from the reinforcements. Briars could go for a bonus point try here for the biggest lead of the game. It has not been above 7 either way. It's been turned over once more and Valley have it and they don't want to clear it. Neither team has wanted to clear their own 22 tonight. They're happy to run it through their hands. Here they go again. They fake the kick and Briars for some reason buy it. The boots are still so clean for the Valley back line. Haven't had a scuff on them all night in terms of the football. And they break away now over the 22. There's a chance here to try and equalise it. Big overhead pass. That looked like a shoulder charge to me. It was a massive hit and Briars might have a problem here. Referee put the arm out straight away. I don't think there were any arms in that. It was only illegal due to being a bump, I think. I don't think it was high. It is still illegal. Rathbun has been called out and he's going to call one of his players out. Is that Tyson Ibrahim? He's gone to the pocket, the referee. Briars will finish short-handed just about. It's a yellow card. The Briars are going to be down to 14 and they're up 7 at the moment. And that yellow card by our unofficial time, it's Luke McLaughlin. Is it? I can't tell in this lighting. I think it is Ibrahim. There's no wrap in the tackle as a decision, and Briars will be down to 14 men with only about 10 seconds remaining. They'll come up to full strength if there is time left. Boy, oh boy, there is still a twist or turn left in this game. We couldn't get it completed the first time. The second time, we're going to get a finish either way. And really, not since kickoff, when the scores essentially of that abandoned game were reset, has any team led by 7. That throw didn't look straight, and it wasn't straight by Valley, so Briars will end up with the ball. The scrum feed 25 away from their own line. They are just not doing themselves any favours tonight, Valley. But I tell you what, giving away a yellow card like that doesn't do the Briars any favours either. Still waiting for confirmation to come through on Fewsport, but I can see him down near the 15, Tyson Ibrahim. He looks like his night's over. And Briars will have to do it with one man less. And the scary thing, if you were listening to our first half call, is that Briars, Hawkesbury Valley were able to get single men and overlap them on the outside. I can't even speak. Away goes Tierney, I think it is. Briars crossing over halfway. Needs support. Haven't got it just yet. They've still got possession. 5 metres into the Hawkesbury Valley half. Looking for a gap now and running into that big number 1 for Valley and still struggling to make metres, but they're rolling them slowly back over the ad line. Good ball away inside now to the number 20 for Briars, who I don't have a name for, unfortunately. Briars now 30 metres away from the Hawkesbury Valley line. Sidesteps, goes himself, trying to go himself again, Ty Aldridge. Brought down 25 away, 15 in from touch for Briars. Another try seals a bonus point and gives us our biggest lead of the night. But if Valley can equalise against a run of play, it's going to be hard for the Briars to find points a man down. Solid hit from the number 6 there from Hawkesbury Valley, rolls him backwards. The first time Briars have gone backwards in the last few minutes. Trying to get back over the 22, they can't do so. And I tell you what, you might want to start thinking field goal or penalty goal. Briars into the 22 now, can't get the clean pass away, it's knocked on. CJ Court had a lot of work to do to grab that pass in traffic, couldn't find the handle on it. I don't think anyone would have expected him to. Rathman just getting a talking to from the referee just to calm down a little bit. It's been a cracking game of footy, of rugby. We don't want to see any other players getting put in the naughty corner. Valley rather, pardon me. It's all happening at Rothwell Park. 15 metres, they'll have their own scrum in front of their own line. And if anything we've seen so far is anything to go by, there will not be a clearing kick. And with the 4 Briars on the open side, I assume it'll be a backline move. There is a man hiding by the corner flag in a darker spot of the ground. I wonder if the Briars have seen him. I don't think they have. If they can get service to him, he's pretty much unmarked for about 3 kilometres. I'd say you get over the right bridge untouched. But they've knocked it on at first receiver again. In their own 22, they cannot afford. Oh my goodness, neither team has been able to hold this football. And Briars are going to have a chance here to give us the biggest lead of the night. Just trying to take a second, everyone. Compose yourself. We are still not at any point of decision or clarity about the result of this game. As it stands, Valley get the losing bonus point, assuming the score doesn't change. If Briars score another try, they will seal the bonus point, no matter what the result is, for a 4th try. Hawkesbury Valley score a converted try or penalty try, we're back locked up. We're exactly as we were at half-time, and indeed the start of the game, obviously. Fed by the Briars, front row stay pretty stable. They hold the footy. They've still got possession. 5 away now, they go to ground. Ruck needs to be good. Valley screaming for penalties, so would Briars. Trying to run over the line! Try time to the Briars! Bonus point try, and maybe just seals this one with a man in the bin. 14 on 15, but the score that matters, Briars 24, Hawkesbury Valley 12, kick to come. Oh, I tell you what, it has been an incredible game. For the first time, a lead greater than 7 points. But I've got to say, as excited as we're getting about the Briars extending the lead here, still a man down. I think is that Stace Howcroft going out there for a sub as well. Looks like Jack Clump might make his second appearance in this fixture as well. He's coming on in the 23 jersey by the look of it. So the biggest lead of the night, and they can extend it here with the kick-off Perry May to make it 14 points.
Hey, you made it.
The question will be, do Valley have a reply against a Briars team missing a fullback? Missing a player, 14 on 15. The Briars have pulled out a short-handed try, to borrow some ice hockey parlance. Kick about 25 in from touch, not too far from the sticks. It's easy as you like for Perry May, and the score goes to Briars 26, Hawkesbury Valley 12 on the Atomic Beer scoreboard. Time now ticking away. Valley are going to need to pull out something Herculean if they want to try and salvage even a bonus point now. They're going to need a converted try to do so to get within 7. First time any team has had a lead greater than 7 points in this match, and it's the home side that find themselves up by 14. Like the original game when it was abandoned, it was a 14-point deficit. Briars are back there now. Hard to say it's not a sense of justice in a way, but obviously when you don't get to half-time, the score does not matter. Briars coming out of their own zone now, trying to get to the 10-metre line, but they're brought down short. If Valley can get possession here, all bets are off. Do not even think about watching that other code or anything else on TV at the moment. Stay with us. Away to Aldridge now, held up short of the 10-metre line. And it's another penalty. And again, the referee is not really signalling a direction with these penalties. It's hard to sort of make out which way he wants to go. It's the Briars. He's put his arm up now. High tackle called. Again, poor discipline, getting Hawkesbury Valley deeper and deeper into trouble now. And as the time ticks away, they cannot afford it. Kick for touch, finds it. Just over 4 and 20, 50 metres. Just about 2.5 to go unofficially here again. We're not counting stoppage time. The referee may be. I'm not sure what the timing rules are when you get a game below first grade, but standing alone as its own fixture. Line out to come from Rathburn. That one I don't think was straight, and the referee agrees. My understanding is that it's not considered straight if it crosses over to the outside shoulder side of the jumper. And that one definitely went to the outside shoulder. So Briars cough up possession once again. It's a scrum to Valley, 15 in from touch, and about 3 metres shy of 4 and 20 halfway. Second half ticking down, and they're going to need something special. Valley, they're going to need quick scoring. The numbers advantage is with them. It is 15 on 14 to Hawkesbury Valley for the next minute and 30 seconds until about 10 seconds till no side. Ball comes out the side of the scrum, recovered by the Briars, but referee blows it up. We'll reset the scrum. Just to recap, at the moment, Briars bonus point is secured for the 4th try, no matter what the result is. Valley need to get 7 points to get within 7 points to claim the losing bonus point. Briars, it's been an up and down season for them. Valley went and did an away day to Linfield a few weeks ago in pouring rain. Didn't get many results their way on a very hard day of rugby up against who are going to be, you would assume, title heavyweights. And here go Valley. Now they've got a chance to score one. Flick pass on the inside into the 22. Here comes the Briars cover defence. Can they hold him up? No, they can't. Ball game back on. Hawkesbury Valley 17, Briars 26, kick to come, and it's not over yet. But they're going to have to take this fairly quickly, and he has to kick it to give him that losing bonus point in any case. Well, Valley have pulled the rabbit out of the hat. This is still not over. The good news will be, if we do resume, I think Tyson Ibrahim or a replacement might be able to come back on with the 10 minutes having expired. But again, with injury time, it's hard to know. Hawkesbury Valley 17, Briars 26 on the Atomic Beer scoreboard, kick to come. Briar receiving treatment. James Benton with the most important kick of the night for Valley would at least give him 1 point, assuming the score doesn't change. If we do resume, they have a chance to secure a draw possibly. another try, they can equalise it and claim a bonus point. How does that work if you get a draw with both teams having a scoring bonus point? 3 points is a bit of a strange one. And it's fading away, but he's kicked it. But that is full time. The referee won't let it resume. We've just ticked over 70 minutes here. So by the skin of their teeth, Briars have held on. It's a bonus point win, but it's also a bonus point loss. So James Benton kicks Hawkesbury Valley to the single point for the loss within 7. Briars hold on. 4 tries to 3 winners, 26 points to 17 over Hawkesbury Valley. And again, it's really hard to say that it's not justice in a sense for the Briars, who were up when that game was abandoned. So 26-19 the final score. And the system taking a little while longer to update than we'd like it to, but it is 26-19. So if you're a Hawkesbury Valley supporter watching, you guys have secured the losing bonus point. You were within 7 at full time. On the bell, thanks to James Benton. And his kick, he got you, I think, 4 points on the night. And we'll cover the scorers now. For the Briars, 26 points, 4 tries, 1 apiece to Barnsey Volkemeyer, Perry May, Tim Smith and Daddy McDougall. And 6 points, conversions off the boot of Perry May. Briars, 26. For the Hawkesbury Valley, 19 points, 3 tries to them. Raymond Mangalonga, Dalai Maniti and Graham Woodhouse. And James Benton, 4 points off the boot, got you within 7. Not a bad result for either team. It's been an interesting night here at Rothwell Park. It certainly could have gone either way. But at the end of the night, the Briars are the ones that have their hands raised by the referee, and they record another win this season. And here they come from the field as well. It was a gutsy performance. Scored early, found themselves tied up on the stroke of half-time. Went down right after the break. Equalised, took the lead, extended the lead. Job done for the men in goal. And here comes California on a cold Thursday night on Rothwell.
One, two, three,